Let's talk about Albion PMC, the only British organisation to successfully oppress more of the developing world than the British government. Led by Nigel Cass, a man the partisan media calls a charismatic visionary, and Amnesty International calls a war criminal. Albion was given the key to the city to re-establish order following the bombings.
Can't get more suspicious than that.
It is. So that's two reasons why we need to find an angle on Cass.
We've found one. His name, Hamish Balaji. Born in London, Balaji was a recipient of the Cass Foundation Technical Scholarship at 14, which included a mentorship with Cass himself. At 16, Balaji designed Cass's first drone fleet. Fun fact, Cass delayed the launch by a week so it would land on Balaji's birthday.
Cass sounds like Balaji's second dad. Why would he help us?
They had a falling out after an incident in the Niger Delta 3 years ago. A buried human rights investigation accuses Cass of ordering a drone fleet to wipe out a village protesting the construction of a pipeline, but the drones malfunctioned before they could. Balaji is named as the likely saboteur. He's been on the run ever since, but now tracking data shows he's reappeared in London.
Shit, he's looking for redemption like with the protesters. This guy designed Cass's drone fleet. I think he's trying to disarm Albion.
He covers his tracks well, but that's a good guess. Unfortunately, according to this Albion intelligence report intercepted by our friend Caitlin Lau, Cass knows Balaji's in London as well. So, that's the op. Make contact with Balaji before Albion finds him. Then convince him we have a mutual enemy in Cass.
So this guy's our best chance to stop Albion and clear our names. And the largest private army on Earth wants him dead. No pressure.
It took some doing, but I've narrowed down the area where we're most likely to find Hamish Balaji. I've pushed the coordinates to your optic.
Like a beekeeper, dressed in all the beekeepers. Get the fuck out of here.
All units, I repeat, all units. We have reports of a hostile in your area. Over.
Moving to the hostile's location. Over.
Eyes on the suspect. They're on foot. Over. Control, I've lost sight of the target. Over. Control, I'm ready to immobilize the target.
No! I'm in pursuit of the target. Anyone have visual? Anyone? Control, we're returning to HQ. Over.
Balaji has been snooping into Albion's affairs. Quietly, of course, but I've been able to determine that most of his activity stems from this area.
Let's stop him for a chinwag.
Not so fast. Hamish isn't in, according to his home security. And before you get ideas, he's rigged his front door to a series of traps designed to delete all of his data and then your life. Not necessarily in that order.
Great. We're dealing with a paranoiac.
To be fair, you are an armed insurgent trying to break into his flat. Anyway, you should be able to connect to the local grid and use security cameras to disarm his traps.
Yeah, I got it.
Did you get dressed in the dark? Get on with it, yeah? I'm going old here.
Won't be so pretty when I...
All units. Possible suspect or suspects reported near your location. Received.
I believe the main interface is on the rooftop.
The window's up there. I might be able to get through.
Sure, if you can get there. 3 options here. 1, use the window washing platform. 2, find a cargo drone. 3, give up, go home, and resolve to be a better person.
All right.
Returning to HQ. Search terminated. Urgent call. Possible hostile at your location.
Responding to the call. Over.
We're on their tail. Over.
Shit, I'm on my own. Going in.
Negative. No visual of the suspect.
I'll have a look.
Terminating the search. Control. Put out.
Interesting welcoming committee. Not just here for shits and giggles.
You could force the traps to unlock by rewiring the power.
All right.
Welcome to Claire and Present Danger, and welcome to Fascist London. Don't let that boot on the back of your neck disturb you. In time, you'll barely feel it. We have to wake up, people. If there was a playbook for setting up a totalitarian police state, Albion would be most of the way through it and working on the epilogue. They certainly took advantage of the fallout from the bombings, didn't they? Preyed on the fears of the city government, too. They were only too happy to hand Nigel Cass the keys to the city. Wash their hands to the whole mess. The collar will only get tighter now, friends, unless we do something. We can't wait for someone else to fight back. We are the change.
up to disarm. Now, if you go through the front door of the flat, it's much less likely you'll be killed.
Move one more muscle, Chief, and I'll blow the whole place with you in it.
Hold on there, lad. Just relax.
Who the fuck are you? And what are you doing in my flat? You with Albion?
Not likely. Think resistance.
What, DedSec? Yeah, right, and I'm Che Guevara. You done?
Hold on! Albion knows you're here. Blow me up or not, you gotta scram.
Fuck me. You're telling the truth, aren't you? Fucking hell, thought I was careful. Fucking idiot, Amish. Look, Cass is worse than you know.
What the hell do you think I'm here for? My elf?
Maybe, because Nigel Cass is paying you. That's how fucking mercs work.
I'm not with Cass. Get that into your head. Just need your help taking him down. He was in on the bombings.
Mate, you don't know shit. You have no idea what Cass is and what... Move! Fuck! An Albion squad's closing in on you. I guess you weren't lying about that part. Fuck, think, Amish, think. Shit, fine. Table it. I'll buy you some time. Just go. No!
Move in!
Bollocks!
Don't just stand there. Albion won't be fussy about who they shoot.
Investigating. Stand by.
Shit! Officer down! Officer down! Driving into the vehicle, over. All units force this suspect to stop.
Control. We are still on the suspect. Over.
Going in for a tactical ram.
Control, I can't see the suspect. Please advise.
Total the target.
Tag local cameras, maybe they're on CTOS.
Control, we are pursuing the suspect. Any other patrols have eyes on the suspect, over?
Tense lot, aren't they?
Coming back.
I think all that excitement convinced our new friend Hamish that we need to work together to tackle Cass. He's willing to cooperate.
All right, Chief. That was a pretty slick escape. I believe you. So I'll say this. Nigel is planning something, and I don't think I could stop him on my own. If DedSec's everything I've heard, you'll help me.
We can help each other. There's a chance Cass had something to do with the bombings. What could he be planning that's worse than that?
No, that's not like him. Well, not exactly. See, Nigel's got to see himself as the hero. He's an arrogant twat, but he's not a cynic. Every place we go into, we would have some mad plan to fix all his problems. With robot police or automated crop fertilizing or some shit. Listen, I've got an man, right? Contact in Albion. Says Nigel's got this big meeting happening at White Tower. He'll be talking about a major project he's got planned for London.
What we need is an insider on the team.
I've always wanted to be in on a caper. Okay, first things first. We'll need eyes on the impregnable target, so off you go. I'll crack on with assembling the right personnel to round out this ragtag bunch of misfits.
Ah, shit. Albion cybersecurity sniffing my proxy IP. Must have traced the detonator signal. I've got to deal with this.
That's a code for control. I'm all good here. Requesting code 7 control. I am stopped.
Hello.
You lot certainly know how to pick your targets. You do know that Albion have set up their headquarters in there, right?
Of course I know. But if it's what it takes, then so be it. We have to know what Cass is up to with this new project. Whatever he's planning to do, it's gonna be nasty.
Fucking Nigel Cass. You're right. Nothing good can come of this. Luckily, I hear loads of sob stories working in a pub. And near this place, quite a few from Albion are dissatisfied with the status quo. You turn on the charm, and I'm sure you can get one to join the good guys. Even got a candidate in mind.
Interesting. Send me their information.
I'll have Bagley push it along. Good luck, love.
We have an Albion operative on our roster. We should let them know they're needed.
Need more cheeky bastards like you on the crew. People willing to get their hands dirty.
Thanks. I'm ready to bring real justice where it's needed.
Fantastic.
Nigel Cass's meeting will begin soon. Approach the Tower of London when you're ready. If we're lucky, word hasn't spread that you've hung up your jackboots. Just try to put on your meek, harmless, broken by the system face. Oh, and don't forget your uniform.
It's almost incomprehensible that Albion was able to take the tower.
Looking sharp. Your ex-colleagues won't pay any attention to you unless you let them take a close look.
Subject to arrest. Potential to turn violent. By Parliament, Albion possess legal authority in London.
Are you ready for a new operation?
My pleasure, Bagley. Glad to be of assistance.
If we're lucky, word hasn't spread that you've hung up your jackboots. Just try to put on your meek, harmless, broken by the system face. Oh, and don't forget your uniform. Looking sharp. Your ex-colleagues won't pay any attention to you unless you let them take a close look.
Check him down.
You could do really nasty things in a mask like that.
Shit, I hope so. I want to make sure I look good as DedSec.
Couldn't have gone far.
Target escaped. Call in.
Seems that manky little nerd was the one who kept diverting relief supplies away from the Burrow to keep everyone in line for Albion. These days, you can do a lot more evil with a spreadsheet than a drone fleet.
Wonderful.
We are going to find you. You can count on.
All clear over here. Moving on.
Clear, moving on. I'm certainly not too far off.
A word of caution now we're inside. Any disturbance in here and Nigel Cass will surely cancel his meeting. Avoid being detected by your former colleagues or this operation is a bust.
Nigel won't have anything important on this floor.
How is it you know more about him than I do?
Yeah, I was Albion too, if you hadn't twigged to that. Me and Cass were close once. Looked up to him. He was bigger than life, fam. Literally a tech genius. And I was just a gearhead kid. I wanted to be like him. So
Intruder alert.
Seriously,
Intruder
for real?
alert.
Didn't find out he was a murderous prick until later.
Rubbish. Fancy doing your job, mate?
So can you tell
Stop
me
resisting.
more about
You'll
how
get
the
you nowhere.
Intruder alert. Intruder alert.
It's the government that needs to stand up and rally us together, not some band of masked hooligans. Albion don't hide. DedSec's out there, making empty promises about justice and doing what's right. I don't see them actually making a difference. Everything they say just seems so hollow. love drones, fucking love them. They're an amazing thing of technology. Do you know how many different variations there are? We've got drones that can do anything. Soon enough, won't even need manual labour. Let's go and do all that. Really big, better, work faster, rebellion fucking aggression are enough to fix them. They got another thing coming. Unorganised chaos never brought stability to it. It's the government that needs to stand up and rally us together, not some band of masked hooligans. Terrorists that blew up the tunnel. Violence got us into this mess. Violence won't get us out of it.
I just keep thinking, what's the point, you know? Burn down, that's what I told you, yeah. The whole damn building, and I had no idea. I'll show you text. I'll stop answering his calls. Can't get hold of them. I've done it since the thing like every other group in London. We know he's all right. Could be like face down at the bottom of the Thames. Finally, I get so vexed by their gossip that I tell them off. Guess what the wankers do? They go for guns and say, I can believe it. The bastards get paid me. Black brief.
I refuse to eat.
So can you tell me a little bit more about how the Intruder alert! Intruder alert!
This new project the director's presenting upstairs in the guest room.
Can't wait to see it roll out. This is going to make our jobs that much easier and safer.
These coins date back to the Roman
You don't think
conquest
it's
of
going to make
Britain,
certain
or Albion, as
aspects
was
of our
known.
job redundant, do you?
Not a chance. Director Cast takes care of his own. You know that?
Fair point.
Intruder alert! Intruder alert!
new project the director's presenting upstairs is a game changer.
Can't wait to see it roll out. This is going to make our jobs that much easier.
Yeah. You don't think it's going to make certain aspects of our job redundant, do you?
Not a chance. The wreck of cars takes care of its own. You know that.
Everything is proceeding on schedule, and Mr. Cass is as determined as ever to make the White Tower as safe as possible from terrorist attacks. I believe he has ensured that every security measure has been properly taken so that we are all well protected. As he likes to say, it's not about
Their damn boots will come in. Like I haven't got enough to do. Dealing with construction.
I heard someone saying dead sections.
They better not be. Just a bunch of terrorists pretending to have morals.
Other bloke keeps shagging the dinner. Yep. Does the whole bloody job alone.
This door clearly requires a security pass.
Wonderful.
Use one of the nearby computers to create your forgery.
Be careful. You don't want to know what Nigel does with trespassers.
You been up there lately? There's a part of the city that we're working for with some heavy. You understand?
Yeah, I know what you mean. But there's always... I've heard some talk on the street that they may be back in
It'll take some time for the forgery to be ready. To keep you occupied, I dragged up still images and a recording from an internal investigation into Cass Sr.'s death.
Show me.
Internal Psych Assessment AS-001 Subject Cass Nigel. Mr. Cass experienced a deeply traumatic event when he witnessed the murder of his father, Gareth Cass, CEO of Albion. He began exhibiting symptoms soon after what he frequently described as the random event. Mr. Cass's initial symptoms included insomnia, paranoia, distorted blame, and recurring flashbacks. However, he appears to have channeled his anger and self-described powerlessness into his work to ensure that Albion become, quote, a mechanism for preventing unpredictable violence. It seems somewhat of a mania, edging on psychosis. For me, this raises concerns about Mr. Cass's fitness to run a multinational security company, but I cannot, at this time, make any recommendation beyond continued monitoring, especially considering that I have been asked to close this file.
Jesus Christ, me have issues, but this is our next level, you know. Them choose him, all people to secure London? Blood clot.
Yeah, well, Nigel's never close to anyone but his dad. And me, I guess. Never had much faith in people, really.
Well, the pass is ready, but rough. If this resistance thing doesn't work out, I doubt you'll make a living as a document forger. Let's give it a go anyway. Nigel Cass awaits.
How's it going?
Feel a bit tense.
How are you getting on with those lectures? The deadline is coming up quickly. We can do to miss it. He's presenting to the state board right now.
I know, but if I mess this up, then the whole project is delayed for us. No, Raoul.
Don't even joke about that. I don't even want to think about it.
Information is power and all that.
Just make sure you get it done.
What's going on?
Keep piling on the pressure. That's sure to help.
Welcome to Project Themis.
our new autonomous drones. These drones can identify, isolate, and terminate threats before they can do harm. They can go anywhere, see everything. They could kill a man alone in an alley or in a crowd of hundreds with perfect precision. Themis drones can do what humans have always struggled to. Act immediately and decisively. Without your support, I couldn't stand here and tell you, I promise you, that with the launch of Project Themis, London will be the first city in the world to be made truly safe.
Mr. Cass, I was hoping you'd called us all in here today to discuss the ethical issues.
No, it's all right. The Commissioner cares, as we all do. I admire his passion and his dedication. Let's talk ethics.
Well, for one, Themis goes far beyond Albion's mandate. We really should have more government consultation.
I see. Delay the launch so that we can debate and assess the details.
We're missing the human element here. I can get the Defense Minister on the line right now.
Well, if you feel you must. It's the human element that got us into this. No more debate, delay, indecision. Understand this. I will not allow anyone, not even myself, to jeopardize Themis. Now, will our friends at Tidus be ready? You are the cornerstone of the project after all. Do you need to consult any outside parties?
No. We'll be ready.
And just in time. Criminals running our streets. Illegals threatening our families. The police commissioner himself. Assassinated by terrorists. Decisiveness is hard. But here's the best part. Once this decision is made, no more will be required of you.
A building-wide security sweep has been initiated due to document breach.
I warned you about that forgery. Your uniform will help. Don't let them get a close look at you.
I need an exit.
The catacombs, fam.
Stop to this!
Saw Nigel in action in there, didn't you? Man can be very, persuasive.
But in control, that was for effect. But also to get results. To get Themis launched as soon as possible. Shit. Oh, hell. I don't like this. What was that?
Fucking hell. Albion's top secret project is an automated killing machine. And it looks like Cass is almost ready to launch. We have to get Themis out of his hands.
I'll prepare a briefing. Will we see you there, Hamish?
Pretty face, not risking, remember? But patch me in. You and me got some scheming to do, Bagley.
That kind of violence is just becoming normal.
This area is being recorded by the GBB.
Drone recording on. Even whatever is going on.
Oh, cries up! Fuck! Nice work, mate.
I'll start the briefing whenever you're ready. Here's what we know about Nigel Cass. He's rolling out something called Project Themis. The lack of information on its own is worrisome, but what little we do know is Cass wishes to remove the human element from law enforcement.
We also know he's partnered with Titus, which is never good. Titus does other work with Albion. Nasty shit like autonomous weapons, human targeting algorithms.
So Titus is our best lead to fill in the blanks on the secret project, but their security is notoriously difficult to crack. So Hamish has proposed an intriguing solution.
Albion's been working on a new microdrone, something my contact told me about. That shit's not even in production yet, but if we get the plans, we can manufacture our own.
To bypass Titus security.
Exactly. They're weird as fuck. Supposed to do maintenance on Albion's other drones, but the smallness of them means they can slip into places nothing else can.
Well, there we have it. Our next step is to infiltrate the Albion drone manufacturing lab and get our hands on schematics.
And then you lot will have a fun little gadget to break in the Titus. Love it. I'll shoot you the location. Be careful. Albion doesn't like to share his toys.